Under wave, which we saw briefly under the patch idea, as we can see, because I clicked on new in the previous video, I have no waveform loaded because I have just the essential singular sound source, that is the default new sound source. So if I choose new, we can see it appears in the wave. I can see my sine wave, and if I desire I can also see the spectrum. I can alter this as I desire. We have three icons: draw mode linear, draw mode sinusoidal, and alter sinusoidally between the two bars. If I click at the very beginning, this will be my starting point, and this, where I let go, will be the ending point of where I draw, and the bar that relates to your starting point moves accordingly. So if I wanted to draw essentially a triangular wave, there's my beginning. I want it to come up. It's now there. I draw down towards the end, my bar moves, and then I draw back to my 0 axis. Easy enough. Same trick with the sine wave. Back to the beginning, up to the top, down to the bottom, back to 0. I could have worked backwards. I don't have to work left to right. So quickly recreating this in triangular waveform. There we go. And we also have the adjustment between the lines. It sets them between, if you like, 25 and 75% by default, but you don't have to keep it that way. You can chop and change however you desire. You can make it very narrow, or we can choose to affect the entire collection, as much or as little as we desire. And suddenly we have a much more complex waveform. Or I could do small amounts, piecemeal by piecemeal. I can pick a mix between waveforms as much as I desire. And here we get a sound that now sounds totally different than what I had with the initial sine wave. I can choose to transform by normalizing, which will basically make this as big as possible based on the loudest peak. I can DC offset, which will move everything up or down by a controlled voltage amount. Offset the phase, invert the phase, which will turn it upside down. And the one that I like, fractalize. If I cancel, take a look at the waveform we have here. In fact, let's simplify this first. We have a triangle or linear turning into a sinusoidal smooth line. If I fractalize this, we have the same waveform effectively be turned into itself by a second version. So there's the original. We're adding in a new version at the beginning, and this will affect through harmonics the rest of the waveform. Or I could choose to add this mini version towards the end. But this is really cool because we can add in lots of iterations, up to 8, and choose where they actually appear. And this allows you to get some really cool sounds really easily